Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ridiculous Ruminations. I am the almost famous DM Dave.
And the world famous Lemmy, a.k.a. Adam.
So, welcome to another recap of the craziness that the Ridiculous Six goes through. Before we start, I got something that I found. That's interesting, right? So, this time of year, typically and historically in television, we would get the fall lineup, right? Everybody announces, hey, what's coming up for the fall.
Yeah, that's the thing.
ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox didn't even bother to announce anything because nobody cares.
That is surprisingly true.
Network television is just about done.
Dead.
They said viewership is down to about 25%, and the only thing I can think of is news and sports.
Yeah. 100%.
And maybe a few live shows. Right, like American Idol, or The Voice,
Wheel of Fortune, that kind of shit. Yeah, I 100% see it. I can see it all the dramas transitioning to streaming because they got more money right now.
And they put and cable, and they put better content on. I mean, let's face it, AMC is just better hands down than ABC.
All day long. And twice on Sundays.
But I don't just come bearing, bad tidings and problems. I mean, we all know what sucks, and networks.
It sucks to suck.
It sucks to suck. But I have a solution.
Okay.
So, you could put us on. Well, any one of you guys, you could set us up in a studio. We work way cheaper than any other scripted or unscripted television.
That's very true.
And we can bring you tens of viewers. I mean,
Ish.
Let's put it this way, we can't do any worse than what's already on there.
Yeah, we ain't got nobody watching us right now, but we're still talking.
Fuck yeah, I mean we'll have to drop some of the F-bombs but we'd be willing to make a compromise. I mean,
if we got picked up by, Disney Plus would have to drop the F-bombs. But Hulu, we're here.
We're trying to fix the network people's problem. Not the streaming people.
What the fuck do I care about the network?
They're going to pay us.
Whatever.
And like I said, we definitely work a whole lot cheaper than everybody else when we can negotiate the contract. Part of it's going to include a little booze, but don't worry about it. That's cheaper on their part.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, just throwing it out there. Like I said, tens of viewers coming your way. So, with that...
I need this recap because, honestly, my brain broke last session.
Oh, by the way, one last caveat. We would have to drop some of the F-bombs, but we'll still keep plenty of Uranus jokes.
And the full frontal nudity is all gone, by the way. Sorry.
Well, we can't do that on network television anyway.
That's what I'm saying. If we get picked up by a network, gone are all the banana hammocks and...
Sorry, Jimbo.
Funness. Sorry, Jim.
But we'll still send them to you on the side.
Definitely.
Because I know you're on the down low.
Way down low.
Very far down. But Jim, we'll keep you in mind. Love you. So yes, let's get back to. We had quite a interesting session.
It was.
And I don't know about you, but I'm kind of liking this new earlier time slot. We get to play a little bit longer.
We do.
We have a little bit more light, which is blind ass as I am at reading shit. I'm really glad that we got a little extra.
My 40-year-old eyeballs ain't any better, dude. There. I got to get my readers out sometimes too.
However, we do have 100+ degree weather. Not tonight.
No, thankfully. And I got my swamp cooler for the porch fixed. So, woo! Not that it helps Dave, but the rest of us feel it.
So, and that's really what you want when you're around. You don't care if the DM's comfortable. You want to make sure...
Well, no, because he's constantly fucking us.
I have never fucked you. In the game. Even once.
No, you just throat raped me.
Well, that doesn't
and my
really
betrothed.
Count. So let's get back to it. Speaking of which, so when we started off last session, you guys were still suffering from the effects of the flying sickness.
Yep.
Not really sure what to do.
Nope.
And then Raistlin had sent some star crystal tokens.
Yes, evil incarnate called on us. Great. That makes me feel so warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, but we'll get to it. Raistlin is super powerful.
Yeah.
And for those of you that know anything about Dragonlance, this is right before the test of the twins. So kind of in between Chronicles and Test of the Twins. So Raistlin is building up to the pinnacle of his power at this point. But anyway, you guys also got a tip from your sister.
Yeah.
About a warehouse.
Yep. Sure did. Sure did.
So she had heard some strange sounds coming from it after following.
Sounded like somebody was beating their meat in there.
I mean, who really knows?
That's just how it was described to me, as somebody pounding on meat.
So
hey, we got a viewer.
Hey,
fuck yeah!
welcome.
Hi, Amanda.
Amanda Wisdom, welcome. I hope that's your name on there, because again, I'm blind and I can't see. But welcome,
Wisdom.
Appreciate it. So
hopefully that's not a saving throw you fail with a name like that.
Interesting. You should mention that.
Oh yeah, because I fail everything.
Well, that's not true. Only perception checks, wisdom checks.
I actually had some decent perception checks last time. Some of the highest I've had in 4 years of playing.
You did. You guys all actually did some really good rolls.
Crazy.
Last session. It was insane.
Everything else fucking sucked.
But you know what? It made for a lively session.
It was spicy.
So you guys had a lot of threads, and then you got a few more going at the same time.
A few.
Where your sister asked you to go check out the warehouse.
Yep.
But during the day, you figured that was a bad idea. You were going to wait for the night, and
absolutely.
You got the rat involved.
We did.
Which you found out the rat had already been there.
And the motherfucker stole more than he said. Liar.
Did you expect any less from your
No, I absolutely 100% knew that.
You know, when he admitted to stealing one, it was really two, and it was really three.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But you did find out that
it's like saying to a meth head, hey, how many TVs did you really steal?
One.
No.
No, really. All right, two.
Okay.
No, really, how many? All right, 10.
Really?
So, and even that's probably light.
Probably light.
But it all tied into there is a brewing trade war on these fire crystals.
Yeah.
By the three biggest houses, Rowley's being the second biggest house.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because while Lemmy hates his dad for who he used to be, his dad is kind of different now and it's totally mind-fucking him. And whereas previously he probably wouldn't have given a shit if there was a trade war and it came to blows, he wouldn't have cared. But now he's actually here. His dad has actually changed. His sister has grown up. Like, he's definitely feeling some shit right now. And he's trying to prevent something that he feels he can prevent.
So Lemmy's been gone a little over 10 years. 13 years. So what's Lemmy's thoughts on Dad right now?
I don't fucking trust him. I don't know what happened to him. When I left, he was a slaver. He was a mean son of a bitch. You know, I was trying to teach Sunchaser the rules of the house and etiquette for dinner, and because it was beat into my character as a child. And then he's sitting there like, oh no, you use whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, that never would have happened 13 years ago.
Oh no, you use the wrong spoon, you get wrapped on the knuckles.
Fuck yeah.
You learn real quick to use the right
spoon. You
spoon.
don't ever make that kind of faux pas, because if you're in public, it reflects on the house. And now, all of a sudden, my dad's like, I don't give a shit if you use a salad spoon for your steak. Whatever.
Yeah. And I can see where it's kind of confusing Lemmy a bit.
Fucking Lemmy up.
Yeah, so DMs out there, fuck with your players' minds. It's always fun.
If they develop detailed backstories, you should fuck with them, because otherwise, it doesn't really matter. But I actually put a lot of thought into my character.
No, you really did. And, you know, you and I talked about it before your character was even launched and joined in this campaign. And most of the others, you know, have varying degrees. Yours is by far the most detailed. But if you can get that out of your players, right, use that. I mean, it's kind of like the famous writer Chekhov, right? He said, you know, if there's a gun in Act 1, you better use it by Act 3. So, you know...
Players are arriving, sorry.
When you get that backstory as a DM, use it. I mean, your players spent a lot of time developing it. Maybe you helped them. it's a shame not to use it. And you can incorporate that on longer campaigns in smaller
I wish
stories.
I had the Critical Role T-shirt, the Baby Got Back story. They haven't re-released it, but I want to get that one if they do. I like that.
Speaking of which, where's your shirt?
No, I'm wearing my Well Crap shirt.
Where's your ridiculous sick shirt?
I couldn't find it. It's in my dresser somewhere.
Mine goes to about here.
Yeah, and?
Really?
So we have one of our players saying that it fits her more like a dress.
I can't find a shirt that covers my cock, but you can find something that goes to your knees?
I got a shirt that'll go almost down to
And
my
I'm
knees.
only like 4 inches taller than you.
So
that's bullshit.
But I did get her men's. I mean, every shirt we got was men's. There was no female cuts in any of them.
I wear it. I wear it as a pajama.
I don't got it.
I can see that. Yeah.
So hey, maybe one day we'll have them for everybody else.
What would be cool is to get some wife beaters.
Oh, we could do that.
That would be dope.
With goblin cock on it?
Yeah.
With goblin cock.
Yeah, some A tanks and some traditional wife beater tanks. Yeah, that'd be dope.
So, well, keeping that in mind.
Yeah. Anyways,
let's move
back on track.
Back on track. So Lemmy's thrown off a little bit about his father, but meeting with the rat.
I've got to say, like, everything about the city right now is fucking with Lemmy's brain because everything's kind of going in different directions from when I left.
Yes, well, the whole city has changed.
Everything has changed. 13 years.
Well,
yeah, I know.
And this is
so it's fucking with my ability to make good decisions.
Palanthus has changed a lot, and any city does in a decade, right? And this has been a little more than a decade. First of all, Raistlin's come back. The master of the past and present.
Yeah, the big black throbbing fucking tower in the sky that looms over everybody.
Mm-hmm. Surrounded by a spooky, fear-filled forest filled with undead things.
That fucking sucks.
And a rundown, dilapidated former residential district that nobody lives in anymore that's alive.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
But
guarantee that's a vampire. We'll get there.
So
don't worry, just hang in there with us.
You did have a meeting with the rat.
Yep, did.
And he did let you know that there was a job that he had found out about.
Mm-hmm.
And also you asked him to keep eyes on the warehouse during the day.
I did. I'm also still dying at this point.
You are actually still dying at this point.
Actively dying.
And that's when you guys decide, those of you that are sick are going to kind of rest.
Yeah.
And then
I prepared oatmeal baths for us. We went and had a spa day because if we're going to die, fucking go out in class.
Yes,
man.
because it progresses worse. Now, those of you that were interested in the flying sickness, and I said I would get it. I am sorry, I have not. I lost the file, so I have to completely recreate it. The notes in my file folder are the only copy that I have, so I have to type them all back out by hand.
We started spraying acid out of our ass.
Yes, farts came, and they were pure up acid farts, which blew out your clothing, along with the sneezing and farting at the same time, all of it acid. It was great fun.
And if we would have progressed any further, we would have eventually erupted into a pink mist.
Yeah, that's where it ends. It explodes, and yeah.
I never want to see this again.
So they had hiccups, sneezes, farts, belches, all of it coming out as acid. It was great, and no monotone was going to help.
Vicious. It was vicious. It was not like, okay, 2 points of acid damage. No. We're talking like sometimes 22 points of acid damage.
Well, not quite
8
that
points
much.
of acid damage. Whatever it was.
3d6.
We kept healing, and then one fart later, and it's all gone. And then more is taken away. And it's every hour, dude, it was getting brutal.
It was so much fun. Everybody else at the table was laughing.
We weren't.
The three of you were not.
Me and Sunchaser weren't. Well, fucking
Renkeg
hadn't been here in a couple sessions, but
he'll be back tonight.
He wasn't laughing in spirit.
Nope, he was not. Makes your stealth checks a lot harder, too.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I have like a plus God level to my stealth and sleight of hand. And they were at disadvantage. And I was rolling shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything that I could. That is my entire build, is to be a stealthy motherfucker. I couldn't do it.
So, and after confronting the rat, he handed over a fire crystal.
Yep.
Which you gave back. At this
I got
point.
it later.
You got it later. And the others.
Yeah.
But you decided to split the party. Those of you that were sick would rest, and Alexandra and Atos went to go check out the job that was on the table. A creepy old house that you would remember from...
Yeah, that was the one that me and the rat would never go near, because it was just...
Lady Desaturating. Most of the neighborhood kids would not go near it.
Yeah, it's like that haunted house that everybody has in there. I grew up in the country, okay? Country bumpkin, Blackhawk High School, Chippewa Township, that's where I'm from, Western Pennsylvania. Now, we had that house too, and we avoided that house. Now, when I was older, I broke into that house, and all of my speculations were proven true, but that's a different story for a completely different channel.
Wait a second, has the statute of limitations expired? There's a reason he's not in Pennsylvania anymore.
I've been gone 16 years, so I think so.
You might want to check before you...
Anyways, that's a different story. Anyways, everybody who grew up in a small town community had that house.
He's going to jail.
Not again.
Yeah, but you liked it. Anyway.
Aspects of it.
But everybody has that, freaky, if you live in, especially if you live in the country,
absolutely.
that freaky house. Lady Desaturating, and they showed up.
In Arizona we call them meth houses. But back home they were haunted houses.
Well, in Apache Junction, they just call them houses. Sorry, Apache Junction.
It's
but
fucking
not
true,
really that
but
sorry.
Seriously.
Yeah, they just call them houses there.
Yeah, they kind of do.
So, and I still love you, Apache Junction.
I just don't drive through you.
No. Well, quickly. With the windows up and the doors locked.
Yep.
But anyway...
Their crackheads run fast. Holy fuck.
But they do have a top speed of
like,
about 35 miles an hour.
Dude, but it's like 28 days later fast. It's not like your normal fucking crackheads. It's like, holy shit.
But see, I know 35 miles an hour is the top speed, so
That's
I drive
true.
like 36. Right? Just to keep the game going a little bit longer.
Okay.
But
Yeah, let's... Oh, fuck yeah. Dude,
hey,
if you're not from Arizona, man, that's funny as shit.
If
you are from Arizona.
If you're going to get it, you're going to earn
Yep.
it. But anyway, so... You guys, or they went up and they got some information. Her grandson,
that's what she says is her grandson was kidnapped, being held hostage, abused, whatever.
Being abused by the boy's father in the most powerful family in Palanthas. Her daughter had given birth to the son.
Which is really fucked up because I'm a goddamn social worker in real life.
So
I wonder where he got this goddamn idea from.
I actually didn't get it from you. I keep forgetting you're
just
a social
saying.
worker sometimes. But it does fit right up your non-universe alley. But the mom got dropped by the dad. The dad, being rich and powerful, was able to keep the kid. But now the dad's missing. And the daughter is dead. So he's being cared for by his grandfather. And then there's allegations of abuse. And she's willing to pay handsomely for the boy's safe return.
But the more I think of it, it's not that handsomely. Because we're talking about stealing the most powerful family's grandchild. That's a lot of money, and she's offering us 1,000 steel. And to me, as Lemmy, I feel like this is going to kick off the trade war. This lady is trying to kick off the trade war. And by the way, there is a dude there that gives us vampire vibes. We can't confirm it, but it gives us vampire vibes.
I have no idea why.
No idea.
But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's
It
only
is.
one way to find out.
Fuck around and find out?
Yes, fuck around and find out. And
Yep.
if one thing the Ridiculous Six is good at, it's fucking around and finding out.
We are the fuck around and find out crew.
You really guys
100%.
are. That is
Every time.
That is one of their two mottos.
Yeah, we choose violence.
Typically, yes. Their other motto is, "We were never here."
Yes, that is my personal motto, that we were never here. However, we choose violence, even if it's against each other.
Yes, there has been blows thrown with you and Atos, but it actually worked out better.
We also murdered 2 members. Same one, actually, twice, but 2 different characters.
Yes. So that was a while back. But
Dude, you fit in or you fuck off? The mortal coil.
Kind of pretty much. Lemmy always takes his pound of flesh.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Although I haven't
time.
had to do that in a very long time. Nobody has offended me.
I think Lemmy's also grown as a character.
He has, but that's not out of his mind, especially in Palanthas, where they know who I am, what I'm about, what happened to me, at least in the underbelly. They know all this stuff.
Actually, I think every character's grown.
Oh, we all have. I think Sunchaser actually almost likes me.
Almost. She at least tolerates you.
Absolutely.
Alexandra is growing, and is she discovering more about herself.
And now that she paid me back with her spooky bitch shit, that helped.
Absolutely. Renkeg is growing as a character. He is not maybe as fast as the rest of you, but he's still growing as a character. Yeah, Gabriel's growing as a player.
No, he's growing as a player. I will give you he's growing as a player. I'm not sure the character has truly started to develop fully, but he's growing as a player, and that is what you want to encourage.
Mm-hmm.
You want to encourage that growth as a player, because once they can grow as a player, then they can start to develop that character further, the understanding, how they feel about that character, their investment in it grows.
It's just kind of like an actor taking on a new role
100%.
as an actor. First, season, it's just a job, and then when you run 10 seasons, right, this is really somebody that I care about as a fictional character. Atos is growing, again, slower than other people at the table. Alex is growing as a character. Remember when we first started, right, they would just say, hey, I'm going to tell Lemmy this. Well, tell him.
No, I feel like we will agree to disagree on that one.
Again, it's getting better. So
the rough edges have been knocked off, so the possibility of growth is there. That's a good thing.
That's still growth. It may be slow growth, but
it is. It's sanding with 5,000 grit sandpaper when you needed 45.
But you bring up a good point to all any DMs that are out there, right? Work with your players, right? Everybody comes along at a different, and if you're a player, right? If you're an experienced role player and you like the role play, and this is something we do really well at this table, right? Give everybody else a chance to shine, right?
And that's the thing that I think has been awesome is, like, I came in fully developed and fully convinced with my character, and I knew who he was going to be, how he was going to role play. That's me. I was a lit major. I get that. And I have been trying to draw everybody out, and I'm starting to get Sunchaser out. I'm starting to get Alex out. I'm starting to get everybody out. And it just feels good for me to be able to sit back and watch them RP with themselves. Because before that, unless I enacted it, it didn't happen.
Right.
And now it's starting to happen, and it's fucking awesome, but I'm also a DM.
But, and also some of the players are starting to engage Lemmy instead of, right? Especially Sunchaser.
Yes.
And again, Renkeg is starting to come out of his shell and be willing to
he is coming out of his shell, absolutely.
So definitely something to encourage. But anyway, back to our recap. So...
we got derailed there.
We got DM derailed.
We did. Fucking DMs.
Fucking DMs.
Can't trust the DM.
Hate every one of them. But anyway, so after you guys left and split up, night started coming. Everybody came back together. And you guys all decided to head to the Tower of Palanthas.
Yeah. Almost.
Well, y'all got to the edge of the Shoyakin forest. But...
So creepy as shit you could ever imagine. Spookies. Nope. Not going in.
Alexandra turned and ran. Nope. She wasn't having none of that.
Yeah, and that's the scariest girl I know.
Atos did the same thing. Beat feet the other direction.
Lemmy actually didn't beat feet. He was just like, oh yeah, this fucking sucks. We gotta go.
Where it took...
And me and Sunchaser were both kind of just standing there like, yeah, everybody else ran off. We should go.
But the way was blocked, and you made your way to the gates and into the Tower of Palanthas, where you were met with Dalamar.
Oh yeah, we remember him.
Yeah, the black robe elf mage from the Tower of Wayrith.
Yeah, back when Sunchaser got turned into a duck.
That was willing to sacrifice one of you guys.
Oh yeah, he's an asshole.
Well, he is a black-robed wizard. What did you expect?
I mean...
It's...
Yeah,
Black-robed mage is going to be a black-robed mage.
I don't trust black or red. Come on.
Well, anyway, and that's when you notice the spiral staircase that ran the outside perimeter of the interior
Forgot about
of this
Oh, man.
400-foot tall tower.
Yeah.
That's really narrow and has no
no
guardrails.
No.
Nope. Now, for a rogue, even a nerfed rogue,
I can still make my way up the stairs.
Made it pretty decently.
But a barbarian nerf?
A 7.5-foot tall barbarian?
Dude,
Oh, no.
Thank God I have acrobatics and fucking everything else.
She stumbled 3 times and almost plummeted to her death on the
almost
last one.
took me with her.
It was a long way
That
down.
was fun. Yeah.
Oh. But safely making it up to the landing.
You did?
And into one of Raistlin's laboratories. That was fun.
Yeah, not fun.
He did offer to help you guys out and remove the sickness that was killing you.
And in fairness, we had run dry and are looking through the black market as well as the white market. It was all gone. There was nothing that could be purchased.
But you'd only looked for 24 hours. I mean,
right.
It's hard to come by.
We had 24 more hours. That was it.
No, you had 48. You had 2 more days.
I did not have 48 hours left.
Oh, no, Lemmy was not going to be able to...
No.
The sickness actually is a losing battle as far as healing versus sickness.
Yeah.
You will eventually start losing.
I had about 10 more rolls left in me before I was dead.
So, you made a deal.
I did. I made a deal with the devil. I don't like that.
He got to keep whatever he pulled out of you, and you owe him a favor to be disclosed later on.
Sure did. Sure did.
So,
of course, he picked a drunk rogue, so I'm not sure what he thinks he's going to get, but I'm sure he'll pull his pound of flesh.
You think?
And then some.
You think you don't think you're going to be able to double-cross Raistlin now, do you?
Oh, I don't think for a second I'll be able to double-cross Raistlin.
Seems how he already knew your names before you even showed up.
Yeah. Bad juju.
I know, but compliance is not really Lemmy's forte.
Not really. No. I'm sure I'll fuck up. I'm sure something bad's going to happen.
Not guaranteed.
Yeah. That was pretty signed, sealed, delivered to me.
But he safely delivered you guys back to your manor.
Yep.
After he
Actually, he delivered us into the fucking fountain.
Yes, he did.
Dick.
Well, you know, again, a black robe mage going to be a black robe mage.
Yep.
So teleportation is not 100% accurate.
He can literally see my garden from his fucking window.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose to put us there. It may not be a guarantee, but it's kind of like GPS. It can get you within about 3 feet.
And you were within 3 feet of the fountain.
Dick.
I guess only one of us knows. But one of us can suspect. But anyway,
Yep.
So, feeling much better by the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, by that night, you guys snuck off to the warehouse.
We did.
Got in without any problems.
Yep.
Found everything as far as a warehouse goes to be warehousey.
And then there was a vault.
In your father's office, there was a vault.
And it was unlocked, which was super weird.
Unlocked.
Because it's legitimately filled with what would be considered millions of dollars in today's market.
Yes.
It's bags of steel and crates and barrels and...
Yeah,
oh, hey, by the way, there's this one little crate that looks ornate and... what's in there?
Some of these bags of coins, you know, are like 2-3 feet tall. I mean, you could hide a gnome behind them. I mean...
yeah.
We're not talking, you know, chump change.
Lemmy may have to address that.
With a box and a stone sitting on top.
There was.
But I gotta hand it to you, none of you stole a single coin.
Not one.
Didn't take anything.
Nope.
But then rummaging around your father's desk in the dead of night, you found a locked drawer with some papers, and the one thing that caught your eye was a journal.
Yeah, I did.
Which mostly was mundane, you know, type stuff. But then it did mention the fire crystals and the importation and that 3 of them were missing, but the other 2 were charged up and ready to go. And the box matched the description that the rat told you that they had been in.
Sure did.
So now you guys are realizing he's got some loaded weaponry sitting in that vault.
Fucking got napalm sitting there.
So, but again, you guys, to your credit, left everything the way it was, put everything back, but locked the safe.
Yep.
So now why would let me lock the safe?
Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, if that's my inheritance, bitch, I don't want anybody else getting to it. And number 2, I kind of want my dad to know I made it right.
So, you know, I would be thinking, you know, as maybe a secondary or tertiary reason, you don't want somebody else sneaking in there and getting hands on explosive weaponry.
That was actually not Lemmy's reason.
But, yeah, I guess you found out the stone can only be moved by somebody in the House Raleigh.
Exactly.
So, I guess that would not really be that much of a concern.
Would not affect me at all.
So then, making your way back, you guys didn't make it back to your estate, but you're outside the warehouse in the shadows, which is where we left off.
I thought we left off with us in the warehouse after we had closed the door to the office.
Okay, yeah, you're still in the warehouse,
we're
but
still
you're out
in the
of
warehouse.
the office.
We're out of the office.
Right, being as
That's
quiet
where we
as you
went.
can, because there's...
And I drink and remembered that. Hey,
There
when
you go. But, yes, so going to be interesting to see what happens next. What do you think?
I think we're going to kill people. I think we might steal somebody. I think we're going to kick off something. I don't know what direction everything's going in, but
There were a couple of threads that we didn't get to last
yeah,
session.
there's gonna be blood.
We're gonna fix my face, baby.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fix her face.
So,
Yay.
yes,
she's not scary as
Alexandra
much.
has been looking into with Renkeg about ways to fix the scarred up acid burns across her face,
We're gonna try.
which are way worse than your acid burns.
Mine was mostly chafed asshole and cheeks and coke nose.
Oh, definitely got a coke nose. Gifts are raining down.
I just got a Jolly Rancher. I got another Jolly Rancher.
And just so you guys think, that does not mean candy. It's innuendo for you know what. You know what.
I didn't get anything that jolly.
It's really jolly. So,
There you go.
or as we used to call them as kids, gay farmers.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher.
He's a gay farmer.
There you go.
Wow, of course I am a bit older than you.
Yeah, I'm not 50.
I got
No.
it. I understood.
And guys, it's all in good fun. So if you're
Casper the Ghost got it, but I
If-
did not.
If you're offended by that joke, fuck you. It's just a joke. It won't hurt nobody.
If it doesn't hurt nobody, then it hurts somebody.
Correct. I used a double negative on purpose. Mostly just for yucks. But
yuck.
with that, I guess we're gonna really see, what happens. We're gonna.
Yeah, we're going to see where the rubber meets the road on this one because we have a few different storylines we could go down, and each one of those has possibilities that could be very good or very bad. So, yay.
We got another thing coming next session. Hopefully, we have a technical expert that's going to come in. Hopefully, we'll have some cameras, some more microphones, and maybe we'll be broadcasting live on
That would be
YouTube
cool.
as well.
That would be cool.
And maybe broadcast our session. I know last time we tried it, that experiment failed miserably.
Yeah, it did.
It went down like a blue dragon in a forest.
It's got about an hour and a half in, and then it just timed out.
Just was bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
But got somebody far smarter than either you or I, Stephen, that will come in and help us out.
So he's going to be here next session?
He is, but not to play.
Oh.
So, with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap it. We're getting ready to actually kick off this session. So, everybody, thank you very much. If you're
Thank
going to
you.
catch this on YouTube, please
Smash the like button.
just brutalize
And
the
subscribe.
fuck out of
It's
that button.
free.
Beat-
It won't hurt you.
Not at all. Absolutely. And it brings you good luck.
It does.
Guaranteed, or your money back.
There you go.
I mean, just beat that like button like it owes you money.
Exactly.
So, If you don't like it, hit that button too. Let us know why you don't. Put some comments in. Tell us we're fuckheads. We are. And we'll
Pretty
take
much,
it.
yeah.
We'll try to respond. Same thing to here on Facebook as well. But with that, any last parting thoughts?
Roll high, don't die.
That's it. Roll for some initiative. Bye, guys.
Bye.